Good morning, everyone. It is Sausage Saturday. So we are finally getting to making our sausage from the deer that I harvested this fall. We've just been busy and not able to do it, but we are now. So I'm just preparing, cutting up all the fat and put it back outside to kind of stiffen up and harden up. And now I am actually going to trim the heart. We usually either make stroganoff or something with this or cut it up and put it in with our grinding. Because I hadn't made stroganoff already and I really like sausage, I'm gonna cut it up for sausage. The nice thing about waiting till this time of year is that it's cold outside, so you can just put the meat outside and everything outside kind of to freeze up or to harden up, because when you use the grinder, you want to make sure, or you want the meat to be partially frozen and to have the little kind of meat crystals in it. Oh yeah, I could have given that to you guys. Hang on. You want a little piece of meat, Tilly? Want a piece of meat? Tilly Billy? Yeah. Ooh, what a treat. Can't believe your good fortune, eh? Hey, easy there, Jaws. Okay, we are all set up and ready to go. All the meat's cut, all the fat's cut, and it's all getting cold. But I'm gonna talk to you about the recipes we're gonna use first. So we're gonna do 20 pounds of hot Italian, and then we're gonna do 10 pounds of honey garlic. And we're doing a 25 to 30% pork fat mix with the venison. That tends to be kind of what we've found to enjoy the most. And so I'm actually working off two different recipes today. One from a friend of ours that we made sausage with this fall that I really enjoyed, and then with a couple of added ingredients for the mix from us. So we'll start with the honey garlic. So for 10 pounds of honey garlic sausage, we're going to add half a cup of water, 1.5 cups of honey, 4 tablespoons of coarse salt, 2 tablespoons of black pepper, and 6 tablespoons of minced garlic. We like to use minced garlic instead of powdered, but you could use powdered. I would just check somebody else's recipe to make sure that you're using the right amount. And then for the hot sausage, there's a combination of measurements because that's how the other recipe came to me. So we are adding 144 grams of kosher salt, 120 grams, and I used organic cane sugar, 72 grams of partially ground fennel seeds. I always partially grind them. 40 grams of black pepper, 1 gram of nutmeg, which is an interesting spice that I have never used in the sausage before. 4 teaspoons of oregano. I used 6 tablespoons of our ground chili peppers that I grew a couple of years ago. So hopefully that gives the right amount of spice. If it's not spicy enough, I'll grind more. And if it's too spicy, oh, well, I can handle it. Oh, well. And then we added, what did I do I'm going to add, how much? I'm going to add probably 6 tablespoons of minced garlic, because I also added for the hot Italian, I also added 4 tablespoons of onion powder. So that is an addition from my other recipe that I liked. So I'm not going to add as much garlic, and it should be tasty. So I've already pre-mixed the spice. So this is for 20 pounds, remember, so it does look like quite a lot. And how we like to make our sausage is we do the first mixing grind with the coarse grind implement, then we add our spices, and then we do the fine grind. And we find that mixes the spices in really well. And our plan today is to grind everything first and kind of rest the sausage outside because it's cold. well, we put the other through the grinder, and then we're going to put it all in casings. And some actually I'm going to keep out in packages because I like to cook with it if I'm making meatballs and things like that. So we're going to get grinding. Oh, I forgot for the hot Italian, we're going to use white wine and water. So you add 2 cups of liquid. So I'm going to add 1 cup of white wine and 1 cup of water. Normally we add water, so I don't want to overdo the white wine this time, but we are going to add at least 1 cup of white wine to the 20 pounds. So when you're making sausage, this is the crystallization that you want to see, like the little frozen bits on the meat, and that way when you're grinding it, it goes through the grinder a lot easier. And it also is good for food safety. We add our spices to the coarse grind, mix it by hand until you reach that paste, and then like the pasty texture, and then we fine grind it, and we find that that works the best for us. So we're gonna add all these spices. I'm just gonna mix these dry spices in first. And then I'm going to add the liquid. Add the water. Yeah, just sprinkle it. Beautiful. Thank you. While Brian's doing that, we're going to be in the test kitchen. We got to fry up a patty just to make sure it's going to taste good. So we're going to get the pan heating. Right, we're gonna try our meat.
You're gonna try your meat.
Yeah. Ooh.
Hot.
Mm-hmm. Mmm.
I could taste the heat.
Yeah, it hits you after. Oh, that's good.
Oh.
Mm. That's really good. Perfect fat content, like it was sizzling in the pan. We didn't add, I think, enough last time, so this is a good improvement. Too hot for you?
Not too hot. I can taste it. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you hit a spot.
Brian's a honey garlic kind of guy. Which is fine. I like the spice. Mm. Good job. That's a good one. All right, let's fine grind the honey garlic and then we'll get to stuffing. Okay, so for the honey garlic, we're doing 6 tablespoons of minced garlic, salt and pepper. I might not put all this honey in because we are just shy.
She's on there.
So we have snacks for the chickens. All of the stuff that comes off the grinder and any kind of refuse goes to the chickens and they love it. It's a nice treat at this time of year. And I also need to go check on Simon because he's out in the pen. Okay.
Simon says bye-bye.
Honey garlic. No, he can't dig out. It's frozen.
Oh.
That's good.
It's gotta be good.
Next year.
7 deer.
No. But remember the first year we made spicy honey garlic? Mm-hmm. That would be really good. The hardest job of sausage making is doing the casings. You can get casings in 2 ways. One comes on this cool plastic holder.
Not so cool.
And the other comes like this, which is really difficult. So we'll never do this again. The only reason we would is if we couldn't find the ones on the plastic holders, and that was the case last year. But yeah, this is nuts. So this is we had froze, so we're using the ones we got last year. But Brian has the patience of Job, so this is his job.
Oil.
Okay.
How much is left on the board?
Keep going. Okay. Good morning, everybody. So I wanted to report on my second loaf of sourdough. Not bad, but not great. So still didn't get the ear, and I'm pretty sure it's because I didn't let it come up to room temperature. So I just tossed her in the oven because I was eager to get on with the day. So we're gonna try again next week. That's the downside of sourdough. You can't just go ahead and try again real quick. You need lots of time. And I just took out some egg bites that I made for breakfast. That is the joy of having fresh eggs in the wintertime with some of my kale from the garden, bacon, and some of the venison sausage that we made yesterday. So I'm going to try to make some sourdough discard English muffins, but that's gonna have to wait till later because I didn't take my discard out of the fridge. So I have to let it come up to room temperature. What else? Oh yeah, and we're gonna package the sausage, so we'll bring you along for that. We've got to go walk the dogs, as you can hear. We have to get the sausage packaged this morning, but we always we try and let it rest to dry out before we package it. So I'm just gonna cut the links apart, and then it makes the casings, when you cut them apart, the links kind of stick together, or the little twisty end holds together a little better. Whoop, whoop. Sausage on the loose. There we go. And then I just put the date on it, what it is. Yeah, that's it. Pretty cool. And I usually write on it before I vac seal it. And it's usually a code. So hot Italian is hot I, venison 23, and then honey garlic would be HGV 23. And that way, yeah, we know what we got. Well, that was pretty awesome. We made 30 pounds of sausage, which is like 20 packages, which will definitely last us the year. And we still have some from last year, all made with venison that we harvested, pork fat from pigs that our friends raised and just the spices. So it's pretty cool to be able to do this in our own home, kind of on our own schedule, and was awesome to do it at this time of year where we could put the ground and the sausage outside kind of between grinding and stuffing sessions. So that was pretty cool. Anyways, if you are interested in trying to make your own sausage, I say go for it. It's way easier than you think, especially if you have friends that have the equipment or you have the equipment yourself. It is super rewarding and really doesn't take that long. It took us about 4 hours to make 30 pounds and then just packaging it, which took me about an hour this morning or maybe even a half an hour. So anyways, hope you guys all have a great day. Thanks for watching and we'll see you next time.